Hey everyone, and welcome to day 17 of the Audiology agency launch. Yesterday we talked a little bit about the final website and we looked over some of the copy, but I'd love to share some of my process with you in terms of copy. I kind of made the decision at the beginning of this process to do almost everything myself because I felt like if you could kind of see someone who's not good at websites or who doesn't know how to do graphic design could pull it off, then I figured that would be like a better use case for what we're doing. That being said, copy is something that is extremely weak for me. I have virtually no skill set. It intimidates me. The idea of sitting down to produce copy makes me so anxious and sick. So this is actually something that I spent money on. For transparency of the project, I spent $650 getting this copywriting done. Came with a draft and then kind of 2 rounds of revisions. And I was super happy with the outcome, as you saw on the main site yesterday, where it was. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about the process because it might help. So what I do, especially if you're going to get the content outsourced, is I make a bunch of bullets about what does this need to accomplish? Who am I talking to? So who's the audience? What are we trying to get across? A little bit about the service so that the copywriter can say, okay, how are you going to help them do the thing? That's kind of part one. What I then do is I use that stress of success exercise, which is the exercise where we're drilling really deep down into what the client's fears are, what could be their potential motivators, what would make them say no, what would make them say yes, all of that stuff. I hand over that document to the copywriter as well. That is really the most critical piece to make this thing work well, is them being able to dive into the mind of your client based on what you understand. So producing that document and providing it to them was really, really important. So all we do is we use a Word doc. So we frame the website first. We say, like, we have kind of a standard process, like who would do what statement, what's in it for them. And we kind of use the same format for every website. So we set the Word document up like this. I get the draft. Then what I do is I review it to make sure that there's no technical errors. And I don't mean grammar. I mean the way that they're talking about the potential customers, right? Are we talking about your practice, your clinic, your business, the nuances of what these doctors, with these clients that are going to be like our clients, how they process this, how they think about it, the language that they use. So I make sure that hits. Then what I do is I get a round of revisions done. And so we'll make notes here, different versioning, asking questions, going back and forth. Most of it's resolved now, but this is usually littered with feedback and kind of questions and do you like this or that, versions over there. And then what we also do is we have a note section. So after I go through it with my copywriter, I send it to my business coach. One of the things that he does with me is make sure that I'm not getting in my own head and making stupid mistakes by, all these little things that happen, right? There's like the entrepreneurial doubt, why would they ever hire me? Who am I to be doing this? But you can't speak like that on a website. So he reviews all the copy. And then what he'll go through and do is make markups about, hey, move this, remove that, say this instead of that, etc. So you'll see a couple pages of notes that he went in and gave the recommendations on. And then as my copywriter fulfilled them or disagreed and we went back and forth on it, they all ended up here. And that's pretty much how we get to the finish line. So once he goes through, she will make the changes again. So the copywriter will make the changes. Then I will go through it one last time. Just make sure, for me, I just make sure that, again, from a language and a strength standpoint, that it hits. Again, not being a good writer makes me really susceptible. Again, why I did spend money on this was because I knew that if I were left to my own devices, writing what's here, I don't think I could have gotten to myself, to be frank. But if I got anywhere close, I would be a week and a half figuring this out, reading other websites, going through this crazy process. And the truth is I just don't have time for it. And why do things that you suck at? That's my my thought anyway. So great investment. Took 2 days to do in total. From I briefed the copyright on the project to final stuff ready to go. And that was a bit about that process. All right.